Of light snow over the next couple of days. We'll have your forecast coming up. WMBD News at 5 starts now.
First tonight, as of today, more than 400,000 COVID-19 vaccines have been administered throughout the state of Illinois. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Eaton.
And I'm Rebecca Brumfield. We're taking a closer look at vaccine data reported by the Illinois Department of Public Health. As of today, more than 972,000 vaccine doses are available for the state. More than 414,000 vaccines have been administered to patients. That's 0.272% of the state's total population. On average, IDPH reporting more than 26,000 vaccines are administered in a week.
Breaking those numbers down locally, more than 1,500 people are now fully vaccinated across the 3 counties. Nearly 1,000 people are fully vaccinated in Peoria County, almost 500 people in Tazewell County, and just over 100 people in Woodford County.
132 people in McLean County are fully vaccinated as of today. That's 0.08% of the total population. More than 4,600 COVID-19 vaccines have been administered in McLean County.
Illinois is preparing to move into phase 1B of the state's vaccination plan. This would mean essential workers like teachers would be eligible to receive the vaccine. Demetria
Sanders tells us how local education leaders are reacting and why some say there is still a lot to be learned on how schools may be impacted.
As Illinois transitions to the next phase of vaccine distribution, the superintendent of Peoria Heights School says staff are grateful that educators will be included.
I think we're thankful for the opportunity to be able to get the vaccine in this next group, the 1B group.
Heath says the vaccine will not be mandatory for his staff, but a majority are showing a willingness to receive it.
We have about 80 teachers and parapros, and about 2/3 of them said they'd be willing to take the vaccine.
Peoria County's regional superintendent of schools says although teachers getting vaccinated will be an encouraging sign, that doesn't mean COVID-19 will go away immediately.
We will still have some things we need to work through because there isn't a lot of research of what happens when everyone gets vaccinated because we haven't been through it yet.
But Kreider says it is her hope that vaccinations will help area schools regain a sense of normalcy.
We need kids outside for PE and in the gym. We need them having dances. We need them in algebra class. You name it. School is an experience.
As more details about vaccination plans come to light, the regional superintendent says future decisions involving Peoria County schools will be made carefully.
We will certainly be patient and we will not do anything that jeopardizes anyone's safety.
Demetria Sanders, WMBD News.
Over in the Twin Cities, school district employees are among educators getting vaccinated, giving them hope for a return to normalcy later this calendar year. Austin Schick breaks down who gets the vaccine and when.
Nurses, social workers, and school psychologists, all part of the first batch of Bloomington School employees receiving the COVID-19 vaccine in District 87. At Wednesday's board meeting, district leaders saying the health department notifies them when the vaccine is available for staff members. The superintendent expects teachers to be the next group in line. Next week, District 87 students will be returning to a hybrid learning model, and so far, only 50% of families say they'll come in person.
Quite frankly, that was a little disappointing. I would like to see a much greater number. It's understandable. I'm not suggesting that I'm disappointed because disappointed in people. It's absolutely related to the pandemic. And
Riley says he anticipates being in a hybrid learning model until the end of this school year, keeping his fingers crossed for a return to normalcy by next school year. In the Twin Cities newsroom, I'm Austin Schick.
The Tri-County area will be loosening some of its mitigations. Health officials say a decline in COVID-19 cases in our region has given us some room to take a step forward. Durante Matthews is live outside of the Peoria City County Health Department. Now, Durante, how is our region looking now, and where do health officials believe we're headed?
Well, Rebecca, health officials say this has been yet another positive week for the Tri-County area in terms of that downward trend that we've been seeing. They say both our 7-day average for COVID-19 cases and our daily non-ICU hospital bed use has gone down, allowing us to move to Tier 2 mitigations tomorrow. Now, Peoria City County Health Administrator Monica Hendrickson says this has been a collective effort for us continuing to follow those safety mitigations over the past week. She said for us to be able to enter Tier 2 mitigations, we've had to maintain a positivity rate of under 12% for at least 3 consecutive days. Now, however, she says as we enter Tier 2 mitigations, certain areas will see more relief than others.
Some of the specific things that we saw in terms of gyms and other entities are going back to the Tier 2. Even the gatherings is no longer just households, it's just the size limit. But the biggest thing I think everyone is wondering about is restaurants and bars, and still in Tier 2, bars and restaurants will be closed.
Now, Hendrickson says the reason that we're going to Tier 2 instead of Tier 1 mitigations is because in order for us to enter Tier 1, we've had to have a positivity rate of under 8%. And she says currently we're just under 12. Now, coming up at 6, I'll let you know how next week more people will be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccines. For now, reporting live in Peoria, Durante Matthews, WMBD News.
Durante, thanks. Tri-County health officials reporting 200 new COVID-19 cases and 1 death. Tazewell County reporting a 70-year-old man has died from the virus. Right now, 99 people are in the hospital fighting the virus across the 3 counties.
McLean County health officials reporting 32 new cases in the last 24 hours. 21 people are in McLean County hospitals fighting the virus. 73% of ICU beds and 84% of total beds are currently in use. The positivity rate there now sits at 9.8%.
The Illinois Department of Public Health reporting more than 6,600 new cases of the virus, along with 88 deaths in the last 24 hours. As of last night, more than 3,500 people are in the hospital battling the virus. The 7-day statewide positivity rate is 8%.
A Peoria County deputy now off the job and on the other side of the law. Officers arresting this man, 35-year-old Andrew Engelbrett, today, 5 days after police say he drunkenly crashed his SUV, started a fist fight, and then fled the scene of the dual crimes. They say late Saturday night, Engelbrett blew a light at Spalding and Adams, hitting another car and injuring 2 people. They found his SUV empty a few blocks away. He's now facing charges for obstructing police, leaving the scene, failing to give aid after a crash, and DUI. The sheriff confirming he is no longer with the department.
Lawmakers failing to pass a measure that would separate the state from a federal tax break given through the CARES Act, but the plan could come up again by the end of the month.
Capitol Bureau reporter Cole Henke is live in our Capitol newsroom. And Cole, why does the governor want this to happen?
The governor says that this plan could make a $500 million dent in the state's budget deficit. The Department of Revenue director says it will impact around 9% of applicable businesses in Illinois. Lawmakers expect to bring up the plan again at the end of the month, and the Federal CARES Act allows LLCs and S-Corps to go back 5 years into already filed tax returns and write off losses, which means more money for those businesses. If the state decouples, then those businesses couldn't do that on their state returns.
I certainly understand the last year of the small business had, and we really want to be helpful. It just doesn't strike me that they should have relied upon these two deductions.
Governor Pritzker proposed the plan at the beginning of lame duck session, and it has been inaccurately labeled out of reports in Springfield as a tax increase on all small businesses across the state. If the bill does pass later this month, businesses that fall in the categories could still write off those losses going as far as 5 years back into their own tax returns, but they would only be able to do it at the federal level, not the state level. Rebecca?
Cole, thanks. New at 5, concerns over a positive case of COVID-19 among state House lawmakers and staff. This message sent by the House chief to the staff to the group just hours ago. It's asking for anyone who was inside the Bank of Springfield Center today to self-quarantine. Right now, it's unclear who's tested positive.
The case of a Rockford man convicted of murdering his college ex-girlfriend nearly 3 decades ago, now in front of the Illinois Supreme Court. Alan Beeman, a student at Illinois Wesleyan in the early 90s, was convicted of stabbing and strangling Illinois State student Jennifer Lockmiller. In 1995, a judge sentenced him to 50 years. He served 13 before the Illinois Supreme Court reversed the conviction in 2008. Now Beeman is suing the town of Normal and 3 now retired police officers for the wrongful conviction. His attorney arguing to Illinois' top court lack of evidence and bad police work, leading the jury to find him guilty.
The defendants simply ignored other suspects and other possibilities in bad faith, had an effect on the prosecutor's judgment by presenting him with a fundamentally wrong file that was fixated on maliciously nailing Alan Beeman.
The Illinois Supreme Court announcing Wednesday it will take the case under advisement. Beeman was pardoned for the crime in 2015 by then Governor Pat Quinn.
Governor J.B. Pritzker activating a National Guard members to travel to the nation's capital. This morning, nearly 20 Peoria-based Illinois Guard National members departed the 182nd Airlift Wing. They're answering the call of duty just under a week before the 46th presidential inauguration. One technical sergeant says it's their mission to support law enforcement at the Capitol.
Good motto to go by is better prepared for an opportunity and not have that than have the opportunity and not be prepared. So we're going in prepared for anything that might come, and hopefully that we'll never have to use the training. That's our goal. We get trained, we hope to never use it, but if we do have to use our training, we're prepared to use that.
According to the Associated Press, Secret Service inauguration security anticipates the possibility of more violence after last week's mob charged the Capitol. A minimum of 10,000 National Guard troops will be in place by Saturday.
Coming up, back to the voting booth, where the polls are open early for the February primaries.
And light rain showers gradually beginning to transition to snow. Could see some light accumulations tonight and over the next couple of days. We'll break you that forecast coming up after the break.
You're watching WMBD News, Central Illinois Proud, with Kimberly Eaton, Rebecca Brumfield, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast. This is WMBD News at 5.